1958 Pelé's World Cup breakthrough. Brazil's first triumph and the birth of a global phenomenon. In the summer of 1958, Sweden hosted the sixth FIFA World Cup. Europe was still recovering from the scars of World War II, living under Cold War tensions. Economic optimism grew in the West, while many nations continued reconstruction. For Brazil, this tournament meant much more than football. Under President Juscelino Kubitschek, the country followed an ambitious 50 years in 5 development plan focused on rapid industrialization, new infrastructure, and the building of Brasilia as the new capital. Brazil wanted to show its strength on the world stage. Yet the nation still carried the deep psychological wound of the 1950 Maracanazo, the shocking home defeat to Uruguay in the 1950 World Cup final in front of nearly 200,000 fans. That loss had caused national mourning and revealed how closely football was tied to Brazilian identity, pride, and the hopes of a developing country seeking recognition. The Brazilian team arrived in Sweden as one of the favorites but carried the heavy burden of that history. Coach Vicente Fiala introduced modern preparations, including a team psychologist, and adopted a fluid 4-2-4 formation that balanced attacking flair with defensive solidity. This tactical approach directly addressed the weaknesses exposed in 1950. The squad mixed experienced players such as Didi, Nilton Santos, and Garrincha with young talents. One of them was 17-year-old Edson Arantes do Nascimento, known as Pelé. Born into a modest family in Três Coracoes, Minas Gerais, Pelé had grown up watching his father, a former footballer whose career ended early due to injury. Financial hardship marked his childhood. Although Pelé had recently debuted for Santos and the national team, he started the tournament on the bench due to injury concerns. His raw talent, vision, and fearlessness would soon change everything. Brazil began the group stage steadily. They drew 0-0 with England and beat Austria 3-0. Pelé entered the third group match against the Soviet Union, assisting Baba's goal in a 2-0 victory. In the quarterfinal against Wales, Pelé scored his first World Cup goal in the 66th minute with a stunning solo effort. He controlled a Didi header with his chest, flicked the ball past a defender, and fired it low into the corner. This made him the youngest goalscorer in World Cup history at the time. In the semi-final against France, Pelé delivered a hat-trick in a 5-2 win, demonstrating composure, dribbling skill, and clinical finishing under pressure. The final took place on June 29, 1958, at Resunda Stadium in Solna between Brazil and host Sweden in front of a full crowd. Sweden took the lead in the 4th minute through Nils Lidholm, a moment that tested Brazilian resilience and brought back memories of 1950. Brazil responded strongly. Baba equalized in the 9th minute and scored again in the 32nd to give Brazil the lead. After halftime, Pelé created 2 unforgettable moments. In the 55th minute, he produced a brilliant solo goal, controlling the ball, lobbing a defender, and volleying it past goalkeeper Kalle Svensson. He then scored with a header in stoppage time. Mario Zagallo also found the net. Brazil won 5-2. At 17 years and 249 days old, Pelé became the youngest player to score in a World Cup final and win the tournament. Brazil claimed their first World Cup title, scoring 16 goals across the competition with flair and creativity. This victory carried deep symbolic meaning. In the 1950s context of Brazil's economic ambitions alongside inequality and rapid urbanization, football became a powerful unifying force. The team embodied Joga Bonito, the beautiful game, with improvisation, joy, technical brilliance, and attacking creativity. Pelé's audacity, Garrincha's dribbling genius, and the team's natural rhythm stood out. This style contrasted with more rigid European approaches and shifted global perceptions of Brazilian football. Pelé's rise showed how young talents from humble backgrounds could become worldwide icons, inspiring millions in developing nations. The impact was immediate. In Brazil, streets filled with celebrations. The triumph boosted national morale and supported Kubitschek's vision of progress. Around the world, the tournament marked a new era for international football, highlighting youth, skill, and entertainment. It produced 126 goals in 35 matches and elevated Pelé, who would later win 2 more World Cups in 1962 and 1970, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest players ever. The success influenced scouting, tactics, and the growing commercialization of football. It paved the way for television's global reach. Sweden's gracious hosting and sportsmanship added to the event's positive memory, while Brazil proved a Latin American team could dominate on European soil. In the following years, Pelé's career with Santos and Brazil brought more glory, but 1958 remained the foundation. The story illustrates the human journey of athletes and nations, overcoming past failures through resilience, innovation, and shared belief. It demonstrates how individual brilliance, nurtured in challenging socio-economic conditions, can cross borders and reshape a sport's cultural impact. Subscribe to Football Icon AI for more greatest football moments. These legendary stories of triumph, resilience, and history will continue. Don't miss the next iconic chapter. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay with us as we celebrate the beautiful game's greatest legacies.